Once again, I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? L.A.F.E to the bakery.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Eagles for their first drive, led out by their quarterback in his 5th year in Philly, Carson Wentz.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Taken down by
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it different.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Taken down.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a 6-time Pro Bowler now in his 9th NFL season. It's Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
His hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
49-yard line.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Good gain by Chris Carson, picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 23 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
Russell Wilson.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Complete to Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down to score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. He's coming. Ram. He's coming. Double up.
Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Eagles.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
And 5 at the 47-yard line.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 42.
He was taken down by
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
He's brought down at the...
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, himself and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Wilson on first down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in.
Wilson.
7 yards, the pickup there.
To Philip Dorsett.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now the second down throw on target. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now Wentz again. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Wentz's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action. Now Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick.
Wentz's
A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Ain't no better.
Wentz to throw again. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. fairly short kick from the 14. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. In the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the delay, here's Carson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Chris Carson.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Malik Jackson on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Russell Wilson.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Another run here with Sanders. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Ball carrier.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 81 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. So let's see, that was 3rd and 2. They hit the short pass, having the first down. He said, well, let's get a little more than the first down, all the way into the end zone.
And I know this is the NFL, and 3rd and 2 isn't necessarily a rundown. I think most of the time you play it as a passing down. But you can disguise it a little bit, right? You can show heavy run formation, make it look that way, and still throw the football effectively, as we just saw there. And he's still running, isn't he?
He stopped now, and he got 6 points for it. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And ultimately, this won't go for much. Maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
A gain of 2.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Pushes past him. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
To Philip Dorsett.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A throw complete to Dorsett, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still...
Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
1st and goal.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks.
Seattle.
Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead.
For the extra point.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sanders, the ball carrier. Romeo Okwara brought him down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The 27-yard line.
They'll go again with Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Eagles.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Sanders. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
She was taken.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Marquise Goodwin.
The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's third down. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
3rd down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
A gain of 26.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped. Good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th.